Hello, my Bill 1000 Nation. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully, everyone's having a great day. If not, hope it gets better from here. We are back with another That Chapter. This one is titled, When Taylor Schabusiness? Schabusiness. That's Schabusiness. When Taylor Schabusiness beheaded her lover in bed. This was actually suggested to me by a subscriber. Yeah, so you know it's going to be a little fuckered. Y'all got issues. Y'all make me watch some messed up shit. Which makes me really excited. I'm excited to get in today's video. Hopefully you guys are excited as I am. If you are, please go ahead, turn them lights down low, put on something comfy, couple, something special. Damn, let's get... I don't even know when Taylor Schabusiness beheaded her lover in bed. Let's get Sleepy Hollowed. Oh, the Headless Horseman. I'm going to hell. Oh, God. Okay, let's do it. Let's just get into today's story before I say something else stupid.
Hi, I'm Taylor Schabusiness, and
I was right. It is Schabusiness. Schabusiness. I was going to call her Miss Shaboozy.
I'm a very hardworking, dedicated individual that's broke and really needs money to help get that swole on.
Hey you, and welcome. My name is
Help get
Mike,
that
and in this
swole
old
on.
video, we
I don't
are
even know what
getting
that means.
all up in Schabusiness.
Get out my Schabusiness. Mike, I don't need you poking around my Schabusiness. What does swole mean? Doesn't swole mean like swole, like pumping iron, working out? He looks swole, she looks swole. Is that what? I don't know slang anymore. I'm old. I fart dust.
Because, well, yeah, kind of gonna be a lot of them in this video. You know, making videos about true crime as I've been myself for a good few years now, you know, you get to a point where like you think you've seen it all.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, listen,
Oh,
I've covered all the mad ones. Nothing's gonna surprise me, and
Exactly.
then this comes
That's
along.
where I'm at.
In February 2022, it first appeared some kind of game, a wink wink, had gone wrong. But how wrong it'd have to go for a head to end up in a bucket, I'll leave for you to decide. This is bananas. Let's give it a go.
What kind of fucked up game are you playing to where my head's going to end up in a fucking bucket?
This old video takes us to Green Bay, home of the Packers, of cheese, of snow,
Ooh.
and well, probably one of the craziest
My
stories
dad's a
I've covered in
cheesehead.
recently at least. Congratulations, Green Bay. You know, you lost Aaron Rodgers.
My dad's a cheesehead. Like, he loves Green Bay. My mom loves Steelers. I like the San Francisco 49ers. I like the San Francisco 49ers because my papa. My papa was born and raised in San Francisco. He loved California with a passion. He had to move away due to work, and he ended up here in Ohio. And he adored San Francisco 49ers, and that was like me and my papa's thing. We would sit down, watch the football games together, and I don't know. And I have loved them ever since. It's more nostalgia than anything. Man, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Joe Montana, like, Joe Montana was a shit. Then you had the Dream Team, Steve Young, Jerry Rice. Oh my fucking God. Unstoppable motherfuckers when they was put together, you know? I've always loved them. But my dad, cheesehead, loves Green Bay. Likes Steelers too because of my mom, but Green Bay through and through. Packers fan.
But you gained some Schabusiness.
Schabusiness.
On the western side of Green Bay lies a nice little neighborhood, and one of the streets in that neighborhood is Stony Brook Lane, if you can believe that.
Oh, that's what we're actually talking about? That the name just was across the screen. I was like, Stony Brook Lane. That sounds really beautiful. That's where all the shit happened.
A nice, quiet neighborhood, modest homes for the hard-working folk of Wisconsin. Though I definitely don't call them that when my team is playing the Packers. And it was from one of those
Who's your
houses
team,
that a
Mike?
911 call was made at approximately 3:25 a.m. on February 23rd. This is that call.
Yes, I'd like an officer at 829 Stony Brook.
Living in the house was one Tara Pakinik, and
Dude, what? What the fuck did we just hear? Hey, 911, I just want to call and be like, hey, there's a head in a bucket. What the fuck? There's a head in a bucket. I don't fucking know. I'm sorry for my language. I'm a little freaked out because there's a head in a fucking bucket in my fucking basement. Break skateboard. I'm sorry. No head. Break skateboard. If you know, you know.
And earlier on in the night, she had heard a door slamming and a car drive off. Now, her son and her son's friend had been staying over for like the last day or so, and so she was a little bit curious. Oh, she's like, oh, alright, my son's friend left. I'll go down and see if everything's alright. It was the middle of the night, but she was a little bit curious, and so she sat down to investigate. And she went to use the bathroom, and she saw the light down in the basement where they were. It was on, so she down the steps she went. As she went down the steps, she opened the door into the basement, and right there, on the other side of the door, was a black bucket on the ground. On top of the bucket was a towel. Kind of weird, so she lifted the towel, see what was in there. Inside was a head. A severed human head. Her son's head. She then went back up to talk to her partner, Steve.
Having a blast, Mr. Bucket. Your head is in...
I opened the towel, I picked up the towel and dropped it because I don't know what the fuck it is, man. I have bad vision. And she's like, is that what I think it is? I'm like, I don't fucking know what the fuck it is.
Do you want to stay with those two? I'll just go see it.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Go right there. Look right, there's a bucket with a towel on it.
Tara believed it was her son, Shad Thyrion. Shad was 24 years of age, son of Tara and Michael Thyrion. He was a native of Wisconsin, growing up with two sisters, one brother, a local to the Green Bay area. He reportedly left school without graduating, attended the same school in fact with a certain tailor. Shad enjoyed camping, he loved games, and he was a talented artist whose speciality was wood carving. But now the police were arriving to his home, his mother's home,
I love wood carving.
for a different kind of
I
carving.
can't do it, but
they
I
showed
love
up about 10 minutes after the 911 call had been made that snowy, bitter morning. Following Tara's directions, they found the bucket at the bottom of the stairs, a towel on top, inside a severed head.
Dude, it is.
Okay.
Let's just...
The two responding officers were so shocked by this entire situation, they had to double check to make sure the head was real. He was like, that's not like rubber. No. No.
We're gonna need more units here. Hold on, just... That's real, right? That's real.
That's crazy. That's real, right? Yeah, that's real.
If we could get more units here sooner rather than later, that'd be appreciated. We got quite a bit of blood down here. I want to clear this rest of this house.
There was a fair bit of blood in the basement, on the mattress, on the floors. And later, when checking the bucket fully, it was filled with blood. And there was a penis also inside, as well as two knives.
See, Lorena bobbed him? She took both heads? Taking beheading a little fucking far, ain't we? Could at least left the poor guy one. At least his favorite one, anyways.
Later, bags would also be found in the basement containing body parts, the upper torso, internal organs, and more knives would be found. And then the police, the next protocol was who was the last person to be with Shad to see him. And that was a person Shad's mother Tara called Taylor Coronado, better known as Taylor Schabusiness. They rocked up to where she lived, also in Green Bay, about an hour and a half after first finding the severed head. And before they even spoke to her, saw her, knocked on her door, they could seemingly follow the trail of blood from her vehicle.
Oh my god.
Nothing. Hey. Is this blood? Does this look like blood to you? Or am I just tripping? Bloody footprint? You see this right here? Could possibly be blood. Hey, who did that? Hi, Taylor. How's it going? Officer Russell with the Green Bay Police Department. Just make sure you ain't got nothing on you here.
Taylor emerged from the apartment building and seemed pretty surprised to see the police standing outside right beside her vehicle. She had blood on the front of her sweatshirt, sweatpants, and hands.
You got blood on your hands here, too. No, on your hands. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to. What apartment?
No blood on the fitted cap with her name on it, though. It's a Bears hat, though, by the way. I mean, in Green Bay? Come on.
Yeah.
Nobody's armed?
Piece of shit.
You sure?
Chicago Bears and Green
I mean,
Bay,
she was
you
the
gonna get your ass
Schabusiness,
beat.
and she wanted everybody to know it. They do now. Taylor Schabusiness was born Taylor Coronado on the 23rd of November,
Beautiful young
1997.
lady, though.
She, again, like Shad, a local of Green Bay. They were high school classmates together at Bayport High School. Now, Taylor's upbringing wasn't great. It wasn't easy. Taylor's mother, Marla, she passed away when Taylor was about 12 years old. She passed away of cirrhosis and alcoholism. After then, Taylor went to live with her grandparents who lived in Cotulla,
Horrible
down in
death.
Texas. Since she was a child, she's been
Cirrhosis of
receiving
the
mental
liver.
health treatment.
Awful way to
Something
go.
which, when she moved back to Wisconsin, well, the drugs
Had a
and
lump
the
of
meth didn't really help, kind of one iota, surprisingly. In her own spare time, she would make dream catchers, really shitty art, or take selfies with serial killers. Oh my god. Is that a picture of her with local Wisconsin celebrity Jeffrey Dahmer? Now, Taylor is in fact married to a man named Warren Chabot. Now, I hear you're barking, big dog. Where was Warren while Taylor was off having a good time with
Yeah.
Shad over
Is
here?
Warren dead?
Well, he was in fact in prison during this time, and to date still is. Taylor and Warren married in February 2020 and are so mad about each other, they tattooed each other's names on their necks. Talk about dedication. It appears that Warren Chabot is the reason Taylor changed her name from Coronado to Schabusiness, because she likes the Sha part and she means business. I assume it's a stupid ass name, but it kind of fits this story. Warren Chabot also
Schabusiness.
changed his name from Chabot to Schabusiness. But that was a very bad idea for Warren over here because he can't even spell it. He is currently incarcerated on drugs charges resulting...
Some busy knees.
I'll let him explain.
He's got busy
My name
knees.
is Warren E. Chabot.
Yeah, no, see, he's right. He's in prison. He on them knees. He's got busy knees. It was a long way to get there. It was funny, though. You can sit there and not laugh all the fuck you want, but I laughed, and that's what counts sometimes. Busy knees, motherfucker. LOL, report me for what? My name is Warren E. Chabot, but I'm the one that blessed Taylor with the last name Schabusiness. Either way, I'm currently locked up on federal charges because I was framed. Anyways, I beat a conspiracy to dispute methamphetamine charge and pled to a possession with intent to deliver, which is the best deal I could get. So I was sentenced to 28 months because I already had 25 months in at the time of sentencing. With this being said, just know I'll be out the January of 2024, but possibly November or December of this year. For the person who said they're going to report me, well, LOL, good luck. Good luck with that because my good time is my good time. Plus, in the federal prison, I earn FSA credits, making my sentence even shorter. So plan on Warren Schabusiness to be out soon. Now you know a little more about Warren, and trust me, come my release, there will be lots more to know about myself and my wife. That sounds dumb as fuck, bro. Sounds like you're threatening someone.
But I'm the one that blessed Taylor with the last name Schabusiness. Either way, I'm currently locked up on federal charges because I was framed. Anyways,
know he was
I
gonna
beat
read
a conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine charge and pled to a possession with intent
Sometimes
to
you
deliver,
don't read 'em,
which
sorry.
is the best deal I could get. So I was sentenced to 28 months because I already had 25 months in at the time of sentencing. With this being said, just know I'll be out by the January of 2024, but possibly November or December of this year. So plan on Warren Schabusiness to be out soon. Now you know a little bit more about Warren, and trust me, come my release there will be lots more to know about myself and my wife. Hashtag free my wife Taylor Schabusiness, hashtag loyalty over everything. Though from some of the stuff
Sounds
Taylor would
slightly
post on
threatening.
her Facebook account, it doesn't seem like it's loyalty over everything for Warren. Taylor would often post these very passive-aggressive things about, you know, Bae, never trust a man who breaks your heart, and all that kind of shit. Warren has a criminal history of domestic abuse, drug dealing, resisting an officer. Taylor has one too, obstructing an officer,
Damn, she looked
resisting an
rough
officer,
there.
possession of drugs paraphernalia. According to documents
Looked like
and
somebody
pictures,
broke her nose.
Taylor and Warren
Who'd she
have a
piss
son,
off?
about 2 years old, named Mateo.
Aw.
Thankfully, he lives in Texas with his paternal grandparents. I mean, with this on Warren's Facebook profile, mother of God. Maybe she really is that banging. I could fix her. And so with Warren away, the mice will play, and hence Taylor and Shad. And it seemed like they had been in a relationship before. They kind of rekindled that. They'd known longtime friends. They'd known each other from high school. They'd been dating before. They broke up, and now, when confronted by the police that night, February 23rd, after they found Shad's head in a bucket, Taylor,
Both
her
heads.
reaction was like,
Both heads. Both of his heads was in the bucket, Mike. Don't, just because one's smaller than the other doesn't mean we need to leave it out. One is more important than the other, Mike.
you got me.
Well, they found part of Shad at his house, his mom's house. Found his head. Where's the rest of his body?
It's there. It's at his house.
It is in the house?
It's at his house.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened?
It's a good question because I blacked out during that time.
Where'd you do the body?
The body's there. Yeah. It's
So we're gonna take the head somewhere?
I like that.
You liked it? So you dismembered the body too?
Yeah.
But you
Or what
don't
did you do with
remember.
the body?
They're in the house. I know, I forgot the head. I wanted the head.
Did you bring anything with you?
Yeah, it's in the van.
What?
It's in the van.
Did you want Shad to be dead?
No. No, it was out of random. Like, I wasn't expecting that, and it kind of threw me off guard. And it was in an open place, you know, that you went in the basement, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty open.
Well, I haven't done it, but is it?
It is.
Okay.
So, like, it was weird. It was really weird.
She didn't really try to deny or hide anything at all. Maybe it's because
This
she
bitch
was
be
on
crazy,
drugs or
bruh.
is just an insane person. But I think both can be true at the same time, because there's plenty of times when she is not on drugs and she's an absolute nutbar. More of Shad would be found in Taylor's minivan, including a leg. What happened that night was this, and it's not easy listening for the record, folks. On the night of February 21st, Taylor went and she picked up Shad from his mother's house where he lived, and together then they went back to Taylor's and they started doing some drugs, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking the devil's lettuce, smoking the reefer.
I don't do
Also
shit.
meth, too,
Oh,
or as
never
Taylor
mind.
calls it, the bitch.
Like, we were smoking the bitch, right?
They also shot up some antidepressants. Then they
Should've
went
just stuck
back
with the weed,
to
bro.
Shad's basement sometime on February the 22nd. Went down. Tara let them in. Down yous go. Within about 5 minutes of being downstairs in that basement, Shad, who's like, yeah, have a look at this, he brought out 2 metal chains, described as being like dog collars. Before, where the 2 of them, Choke Me Daddy, had kind of been a thing, now they're taking it to the next level with metal chains. So they were both kind of off their head a little bit, and then Shad was lying down on the bed, face
Man, I'm all down for some kinky shit, bro, but yeah. What the fuck? What the actual fuck, bro? You bringing out a dog choker? To have this crazy coo that's all fucked up on drugs just choke you and call you daddy? Homie, you need a hobby. Or a better kink.
down. Taylor
Use soft things. Pamper yourself.
on top of him, on his back, choking him.
Here comes the chain, right? And then he put it around his neck. Well, we were like playing around and shit, and then I don't know, I was closing on it.
This was kind of like a prelude to, it was like foreplay. She was going buck wild. She was choking him. She kept going. His face became purple. He started coughing up blood. She went even harder and harder. She said she blacked out and doesn't kind of really remember exactly what happened, but next thing you know, she would come back to conscious. He would still be alive, resisting her, trying to scratch her, but she would keep going harder and harder because, in her words, she liked it. She then choked him to death. Then after
Oh my
he was
God.
dead, she used his body.
So then after he realized he was no longer, he was dead, his face was purple, he said his mouth, blood was going out of his mouth. What'd you do?
Clean them up a little bit. And then, I just played with him.
You said play with him, what do you mean?
Played with his dick.
Okay.
Like I put him up over the bed, and then suck it.
What'd you do with it?
And I just covered him and hugged him.
What'd you do with it?
I put it in his mouth, put it in.
At one point, his back was on the bed, his head hanging off. She grabbed a bucket and put it under his head and started sawing his head off.
So not only did this bitch just straight up like strangle this motherfucker to death with a dough choker, killing him, she then rolls him over, gives him a Hummer, and then puts it to him with a dildo. What? I mean, at least let him enjoy all that before you killed him. That's rude, for one. For two, what the fuck? That's just disgusting. You gonna put a dead man's pee-pee in your mouth? In your fucking mouth? That's where we put food. You don't put a dead penis in your freaking mouth. You want something cold, penis-shaped, that's just gonna flop around? Get you a fucking hot dog. What the fuck?
How did you dismember his body?
Knives.
With what?
Knives.
She would go upstairs to where Shad's mom and her boyfriend were, into the kitchen, just grab a load of knives. Don't mind me, just, doing a bit of woodwork.
But when did you start, cutting up his body?
Like almost right away. I was sucking and cutting at the same time.
Some of the knives that were found were bread knives ground down
Sucking
to
and a
a
cutting?
nub. She then began
Multitasker.
dismembering his entire body in that basement, putting his torso into a tote bag along with his heart and lungs, other sections of him in 2 other bags inside the room, along with the bucket. His leg was found in a crock pot inside her minivan. And she was there essentially with the body pretty much the entirety of February the 22nd.
Was she going to slow
Doing
cook him?
all sorts and chopping him up. And then early morning, February 23rd, she left. Discovery made, 911 called. And as Taylor was being interviewed by the police, she was happy to shoot shit, What's the
What the
record?
fuck?
Weird. It was a weird night.
I would imagine.
This one was weird.
Taylor Schabusiness was charged with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and sexual assault. In response, Taylor pleaded not guilty.
Defecation
Now, on
of
the
a dead
road
body.
towards trial, the part of the discussion would be about Taylor's mental health. Which, I mean, from how she did it and how she described it,
She sounds
fair enough.
fucked.
She would in fact undergo a number of mental health examinations to see if she was in fact fit for trial. About a month after she was charged, a court-appointed expert said she was capable. However, the defense would always say she knows she's suffering from mental health issues, she's not capable of assisting in her own defense, she should be found, not guilty by reason of insanity, all that. And I mean, obviously, that's their job. But they would also say, Taylor has been suffering from mental health difficulties since she was in 7th grade, since she was a child, right? This has been throughout her entire life, only exacerbated by drugs use, meth, all that. The bitch. But ultimately, the judge would rule she was mentally competent in assisting her own defense. Though her actual defense would say she was away with the fairies, that due to her meth use, she was hallucinating and all sorts. Though her defense wouldn't be, spared, even though they're trying to help her, from Taylor, because in February 2023, she attacked her own attorney while in court.
Never should have come here.
An accused killer attacked her own attorney in court. Taylor Schabusiness is accused of killing and mutilating her boyfriend a year ago in Wisconsin.
You went off on your attorney, Taylor. You went crazy on your attorney.
You can't do that, bro.
She really went for him. Not a bother on her. Was this a ploy to seem insane? Probably. I mean, some defense experts
It seemed very crazy to me.
She's fine. She's coherent. She's grand. Other times they would say they would go in and speak to her and she's just screaming nonstop.
When she presents herself, do you have comments about that?
Yes, my comments about that are that it's very unusual, what we call presentation. How is she looking? How does she talk? How does she interact? She's been described as smirky. Smirky. She has inappropriate, her grinning, weird grinning when she's talking about the crimes. People have interpreted it to be like laughing at what she did. Other times looking, I can mimic it, very scowly. A lot of people interpret it superficially to be grinning. Yeah, grinning it all, but getting a kick out of everything. Not me. Based on my experience and training, that's a psychotic person right there.
The judge, though, wasn't having it, and finally, towards the end of July 2023, her trial began.
Your tongue tasting your
Taylor
ass,
was pleading not
motherfucker.
guilty,
The bitch
and
getting you
not
now.
guilty by reason of mental disease or defect.
The defendant strangled her friend Shad Thyrion to death using a dog collar.
A choker, bruh. I don't even use those on a dog, man. That's cruel.
His body subsequently dismembered him using kitchen knives found in the home.
At least they were sharp.
The case comes down to choices and responsibility.
There's something,
The
but I
defendant
don't
made
know.
a series of choices. February 25th.
Anyone else see a flash of something across the screen? Was that me, or was that the video? Am I having a stroke? Jesus, is that you? What the fuck's going on? I mean, I know I fuck up a lot. I'll eventually learn YouTube, but did YouTube fuck up?
1st, 22nd, and 23rd. Choices to use methamphetamine. Choices to kill her friend, Shad. Choices to then utterly degrade him after the fact. The choices the defendant made.
Please keep an open mind.
Hey, at least she was going to keep your penis. That's love. Any woman that can look you dead in the eye and say, I could cut off your penis and keep it forever, you know that's love. That or I'm just a really fucked up individual that has my priorities misconstrued. Either way, that's love. It's when they cut your penis off and throw it into the woods for, no reason. That's hatred. But if they cut your penis off and they keep it, that's love. That's a relationship that's really going to last. Yeah.
Listen to all the facts. Listen to what every witness
poor
has
judge.
to say carefully and weigh what
He
they
just
have
wants
to
it to
say.
be over.
Remember, there's always two sides to every story.
Taylor's behavior during trial, well, she was having a great time. Like, she may as well have been there with the popcorn. She was a hooting and a hollering. She looked like she found the whole thing hilarious. When the prosecution argued to show, the crime scene images, and they wanted to show an image of Shad's decapitated head, She found
Which
that
one?
hilarious.
That argument. The doctor could just simply describe everything, but the question is this going to be helpful to the jury?
Or here, to the judge. Zap. Or when a friend of Shad was testifying and makes a kind of accidental joke.
Specifically, when I got there, we were just chilling, chopping it up, like how we always do. And basically, I was like, Taylor was asking like, do you wanna hang out with Shad? She was asking me like for consent to hang out with Shad.
Well, she kept her sense of humor at least. I mean, if nothing else. She
Fucked
also
up
had
sense
this
of humor.
really weird habit of looking at the camera and smirking. I wonder if the cameraman thought she was hitting on him.
Or was it several times?
It was only one time.
Okay, and that one time when you saw her, did you observe her to be acting in any kind of bizarre manner? Okay, nothing further. Thank you very much.
Can you redirect? No, thank you. Thank you, sir. You can step down.
It took the jury less than an hour to decide if she was guilty or not.
Oh, guilty as
I presume
fuck.
they stopped for coffee and McDonald's while they were trying to kill most of the hour. You can literally see the smile fall off her face.
The first verdict reads as follows. We, the jury, find the defendant, Taylor Denise Schabusiness, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 1 of the information, dated this date, July 26, 2023, signed by the foreperson.
However, that was only
Man,
the first
she
part
did
of the trial.
visually.
Then
Oh my
would begin
God.
part...
No, my craziness ain't working no more. No. I just didn't do enough to make people think I was stupid. And she visibly. Do I smell pennies? Her face did visibly change. Like, it was like. That was hilarious.
2, when the jury had to decide, was she, mentally responsible for, like, she did murder Shad, but was she mentally there when she did it, or was she not mentally responsible for
Drugs,
the murder of
God
Shad Thyrion?
only knows, man.
It didn't take long. After once again
Drugs
less than an
drugs
hour,
can make a lot of people do a
Tay
lot of
was
stupid
ruled
shit.
competent and mentally responsible for her actions.
Question 1. At the time the crimes were committed, did the defendant have a mental disease or mental defect? Answer, no.
Taylor will be sentenced at the end of September 2023. She's likely looking at life without parole. And so ends the story of Taylor Schabusiness, probably the most insane woman. I think it's up there of the most insane woman I've ever covered. The only kind of comparable person I can think of is your man Bryce Rhodes, who'll be hooting and hollering in court, shouting and all sorts. I can't tell if Taylor is just evil or on another planet completely. There was that recent hearing, the other day about the UFOs and all that stuff and aliens.
Yeah.
The whole thing of like, yes, there is aliens, no joke. I wonder if Taylor is who they're referring to. She's kind of evil in a humorous way, though, if I'm honest. I mean, what she did was completely despicable, and my heart goes out to Shad and his family. But at the same time, it's kind of like, what did Taylor do today? What's she up to today? Put a camera in her cell, live streaming. I'd subscribe. She's something else entirely. But I guess it's none of our business. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate being here. Oh my God, she cut off one head. It was like, I'm going to take that home, put it on my mantle. I'm going to take the other one and put it in me. What the fuck kind of fucked up, crazy, cool-ass bullshit is that? Like, it's sweet that you want to cut off his penis and keep it forever, but you don't do it. That was the man's best friend. You came between a however long friendship, man. No. I've been friends with my BB for 39 years. You don't get a closer bond than that, man. If you're just going to cut one off and then cut the other off and throw it in a bucket, you could at least buried it. It deserves more respect than that. Nasty. Alright, I really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for the suggestion. That was fun as shit. Oh my God. I'll never look at penises the same again, man. It's like, man, so many things go wrong. We need to get you some armor. Alright, like I said, I really enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I really do appreciate it. That was fun as shit. If you all enjoyed today's video as much as I did, please go down there and leave a thumbs up. It really does help the channel grow. While you're down there, if you want, go on over, slap that subscribe button. Leave its Johnson intact. Just slap it. Become part of the B5 Nation. We do some, yeah, kind of stuff here, man. If you want to know when that, kind of stuff happens, ding that bell and turn on all notifications. They'll let you know whenever you need to prepare for traumatization. Yeah. As always, be good to one another. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Damn, oh shit, I gotta remember to do this. I will, I promise, one day I'll be halfway, yeah, one day I'll be better at YouTube, I promise. We'll probably not. It's probably always gonna be like this. It's fine. We have fun. That's what matters, right?